All right, so I often get asked how I paint carved signs. So this is a carved sign that I do. I do these a lot. And it's carved out of just an MDF material, or I do use like a pine every once in a while. I use pine, but it doesn't really matter what material you use. But it's just carved out of whatever wood choice you decide to go with, and it's carved with a 90-degree V-bit router bit in a small CNC machine that I have here in my shop. But I often get asked if I paint these beforehand or afterhand, or after they carved, and typically I paint them after they're carved, just because I don't know what colors to stock in the store, what's selling, so I like to just carve them in advance and then paint them as I need to. But it's real simple, and I'm going to show you how I do that now. What I do is I have this roller here, and it's just a foam roller. It's a 6-inch foam roller, and you just want to get that nice and black paint on there and get it soaked in, but not dripping soaked, but just wet enough that there's some paint on the roller. And what you want to do here is you don't want to just go right in here and roll it with that. You want to have a scrap piece of wood that you roll out that first couple, thick drips or spots on the roller. You want to roll that out and get rid of those. That way you don't end up with a lot of paint in the carved areas. So after you do that, and again, this is just a 6-inch smooth roller. So after you do that, you can just sort of roll over this. And the key here is to not have too much paint on the roller. And by not having, too much paint, you're gonna avoid getting paint into the grooves or into the carved areas. And you see, now this sign is just roughly an 8-inch by 24-inch sign. Like I said, carved out of MDF. So I'm just going it over real lightly. I'm not pushing hard. If I pushed hard on that roller, it would you'd end up with more marks down here in the grooves, just because you'd be squeezing that paint out. And as you notice, I only went in to the paint tray once at the beginning, got it soaked, and then I'm just pulling paint from my scrap piece of wood here to fill in what needs to be filled in. So that's about it. And you see, let's see if you get a little closer here. You see there's but it gives you a nice finish, and it's pretty quick and easy to do. So if you, by chance, carve signs or whatnot, this is definitely a method that has been working for me for quite some time. So I hope this was helpful, and if it was, give us a like down there, and thanks for watching.